Okay, assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, I want to thank you all for being part of this historic conference call. I'm just going to unmute everybody for a moment. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Walaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum. Brother Fred and Sister Ashley is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Brother Fred is muted at this time, which is okay. Just want to make sure that he can, hold on a sec. Just checking a couple of things. Okay. Okay, here we are. All right, that's a lot better. Okay, Brother Fred may have some trouble getting in. Okay, he's waving his hand. That's good. Okay, what I want to do is I want to give people time to actually get in. And of course, this is just to let everybody know who's going to be watching, because this is going to be recorded and it will be broadcasted as well. We want people to know that the reason why we're having this meeting is to inform everyone of our petition, which is to demand that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam be removed from all hate group listings. We are demanding this not just to say, hey, these guys are going to do it, and but rather to show forth our unity, and that's very important. And we let God handle the rest. One of the first things we want to start the meeting off with is the Million Man March pledge. And while the pledge is playing, I hope more people would actually join on. After which, I'll basically describe our mission and our task. And then we can open up the floor to any suggestions and also progress reports. We're going to talk about where we are now and how we can actually increase our effectiveness so that we can be achieve our goal, which is 2 million signers by the February 26th, our Saviours Day. And I want to thank all of you, both of you, and those who are on the way for actually attending. And I want to proceed immediately to the Million Man March pledge.
Now, brothers, in closing, I want you to take this pledge. When I say I want you to say I, and I'll say your name. I know that there's so many names, but I want you to shout your name out so that the ancestors can hear it. Take this pledge with me. Say with me, please. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will strive to love my brother as I love myself. I say your name. From this day forward, will strive to improve myself spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, politically, and economically, for the benefit of myself, my family, and my people. I say your name. Pledge that I will strive to build business, build houses, build hospitals, build factories, and enter into international trade for the good of myself, my family, and my people. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never raise my hand with a knife or a gun to beat, cut, or shoot any member of my family or any human being except in self her, disrespecting her, for she is the mother of my children and the producer of my future. I say your name, pledge that from this day forward, I will never engage in the abuse of children, little boys or little girls, for sexual gratification. But I will let them grow in peace to be strong men and women for the future of our people. I say your name, will never again use the B word to describe any female, but particularly my own black sister. I say your name, pledge from this day forward that I will not poison my body with drugs or that which is destructive to my health and my well-being. I say your name, pledge from this day forward I will support black newspapers, black radio, black television. I will support black artists who clean up their acts to show respect for themselves and respect for their people and respect for the ears of the human family. I say your name, will do all of this. So help me God. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. That means God is great.
All praises due to Allah, from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan. I'm so grateful that y'all had a chance to actually see that and to see how the crowd was so elated, electrified, and determined to follow through with those words. And I was one of those brothers on that mall, and I enjoyed saying that pledge, and I kept my word to this day. And I've been on an incline ever since. The Million Man March meant a lot to me. Having been one of the brothers who helped actually at the grassroots level to put it all together. But the reason why I actually wanted you to see that is because this petition and that pledge are connected in that the minister could not be a man of hate if he's saying that we should stop calling all women, and in particular our own black women, but all women the B word. And yet today, the B word is prevalent throughout the entire hip-hop community and abroad. It's actually gone into the R&B and every other class of music, every other genre of music where you see the B word is a normal. They don't bleep anything anymore. But the minister said, nah, do not call any woman the B word. So this is not a man of hate who respects all women, even the women of our so-called oppressors, in a sense, should be honored in a sense where they shouldn't be disrespected like that. You know, we're not aggressors. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, hey, we're not aggressors. We fight with those who fight with us. And so one day I was sitting there saying to myself, what can I do to help Minister Farrakhan? Because I saw MSN put out a list stating the top 100 or the largest 100 hate groups. And number one was the Proud Boys, and number two was the Nation of Islam. And when I saw that just days ago, prior to launching this, 5 days ago approximately, I had to do something. And so the idea of a petition to show forth our unity came about. Now I want to go directly to the actual petition so that we could read the first paragraph and discuss, actually for me to let you know how the petition is actually going right now and where we are. Just a moment. Here it is. Okay, right now at this time we have 564 have signed. And of course, the title is Remove the Nation of Islam and Minister Farrakhan's Good Name from All Hate Group Listings. And we're going to carry on and scroll down. But before we do that, let me just let you know that this is a rabbi who gave Minister Farrakhan a gift during a meeting that Minister Farrakhan had with the Jewish community, where he tried to reach out to them, and some of them actually met with him. We'll get further into this later on, perhaps in the coming days as I get more information about what happened and transpired during this meeting. But I felt it was extremely significant to put this picture there to show and prove that there are people of the Jewish community who support Minister Farrakhan and believe that he is actually a Messiah. Let's read. In the name of Allah, God, who is called by many names, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, we need 2 million signatures by February 26, 2023. This is an independent petition and Saviours Day gift. We believe that the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan have been falsely accused of hate speech and anti-Semitism by the Southern Poverty Law Center and the Anti-Defamation League. This has led to countless copycat listings and the defamation of the character of Minister Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, and its members, who are of the most law-abiding citizens in the USA. It's a general rule in Islam that practitioners must obey the laws which govern the land they live in. How did the Nation of Islam get labeled a hate group? And if you were to read on, and this is what I want everyone to do, is to read this, and we must encourage people to read this. And for the sake of time, I don't want to read the entire petition, but I want people to read it to be educated as to how this happened, so that they can answer questions and defend the petition as well. We need to get our numbers up, and we're going to talk about that as well. Just a minute. I want to go now to our flyer. Just a minute. Let's go to our flyer. This is our flyer, which can be downloaded at saviorshelper.com. Website is right here. Now, the flyer has a picture of one of the subsequent marches, Holy Days of Atonement, which were the signature anniversaries of the Million Man March. And I quoted the messenger. Every knock is a booth, said the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right here on the flyer. Because as they attempt to knock or to defamate the character of the nation and our minister, our supporters, etc., it's only going to give us, as we know, the boost that we need to unite even further as righteous people on earth. And speaking of righteous people on earth, this meeting is open to the public. So anyone, regardless of class, creed, color, whatever, if they support the minister and they want to join hands with us and help with this petition, this is an opportunity for you to actually do that. And I'm grateful for those who are here and those who are watching as this recording will be produced later and on our YouTube page. For all of you who are watching, who are going to our site right now, which you should be, which is the saviorshelper.com, to show your support for the petition, or change.org/hands-off-Farrakhan to show your love for the petition, and comment and do the best you can to help us, and at least send it out to at least 10 people a day or more. Just to give you a little idea of my background, I was on a regional staff of the Nation of Islam during many of the subsequent marches, and helped put all the social media campaigns together, which helped us to bring in millions of people. That same engine I'm using right now to help make this happen. Yes, we are at just above 500 at this moment, but it's only been 5 days. Watch it multiply as we just duplicate what I'm doing and so forth, and we powwow together, we will be able to, through these meetings, take it to the next level and get to our goal and do it in God's speed. Yes, 2 months for 2 million. Yeah, we can do it. Now, the stats, of course, as I mentioned, I already mentioned the stats, which is good, and the MSN list, of course. And how can you help? There's a couple of things that you can do to help. Number one, you got friends in the entertainment industries. You got friends in family entertainment and all sorts of levels of entertainment and news, and people who have blogs, people who have radio stations, people who have their own newspapers, magazines. I don't care if it's a small magazine, it's a local magazine, it doesn't matter. But these are the people we need to connect with. And what you do is you get their information, hand it to me, and send it to me at info@saviorshelper.com. That's info, I-N-F-O, at Saviours, S-A-V-I-O-U-R-S, helper, HELPER.com, as just like the website. And I will then follow up and contact them directly. We have official letters that we're sending out, that we have already sent out to the media, to the press, and we'll be doing that again this week. And every week we'll be sending out letters to the press. So we have an official document that pretty much lets them know about our plight and what we plan on doing. Just asking them for their support. And so we'll be sending that same letter out to the people that you bring in or you refer us to. You can post our flyer. That's at saviorshelper.com, and I could email you that flyer. If you need it, you can request it at info@saviorshelper.com, and you can send that flyer all over the planet. You know, we need that flyer in London, England, France, Africa, wherever you are, wherever your friends are, wherever your families are, wherever our supporters are, we need that flyer circulated in their immediate areas and about. Okay, another thing, on Messenger, when you use Messenger, you can actually send it to your Messenger friends. You know how to do that. Many of us are using Messenger, and that's a great way. Another way is to keyword Minister Farrakhan or Saviours Day. And if you keyword that in the search on Twitter or any social media platform, you're going to see conversations pop up with people who either support or don't support Minister Farrakhan in our nation, right? So you can actually send a comment, for example. Say a person says, hey, I love the minister. I'm proud of the fact that he's getting ready to speak this February 26th at Saviours Day. And then you could reply, well, yeah, I'm going too. Or I plan on going too. And in fact, one of the first things I'm going to do is sign this petition, or I have already signed the petition to show my support. And here's the link so you can do it too. And you could post something just like that and put the link change.org/hands-or-Farrakhan right there. So that person can then respond and then do the right thing and actually join on to us and help increase our numbers. So remember, make comments to people who actually support the Nation of Islam, respond to comments rather to people who support the Nation of Islam and the minister as they are conversing about the minister, giving him his just due, his flowers while he's in our midst today. Brothers and sisters, I have to say that once again, I'm thankful that you're here, and I'm going to open the floor in just a minute for you to make suggestions and to give me a little report about your success in how you feel about the minister, etc. If you'd like to testify, because again, this is going to be all over the world and through our networks. Okay, and let me see one other thing. Okay, I already mentioned that you should share it with at least 10 or more people a day on social media and about. And again, I did give you my email and everything. So let's open up the floor. Sister Ashley, are you there?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm listening.
Welcome.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, ma'am. So I just wanted to open up the floor to you to I know you are just coming in on the you're just getting to know about the petition. Could you tell us a little bit of how it's affected you to find out about it? A little history about yourself and any suggestions you may have?
I am so thankful that you gave me the opportunity or shared it with me. And I've been posting the flyer and my sister-in-law actually I shared it with her last night and I mentioned you and I just said I'm not sure if you're familiar with Brother Farad, but he started this petition and she was like really thankful that I shared it with her. So just kind of I feel like the word to mouth thing is very important, just getting it out there. Like you said, it doesn't matter where you are. Like you said, London, anywhere, you know what I mean? Like Africa, just getting it out there is important.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you 100%. Of course, our goal is to reach the entire earth with this petition. And I know at this point, humble beginnings always end with big blessings, so long as we're consistent. So I want that to be the modus operandi, consistency. And again, do what you can. And remember, God always says, he always says to us, in various ways, do the best you can. He don't he's not the type of God that just demands that you do everything perfectly, but he does want you to tie your camel and be careful, as you move, and be wise, so we don't want to do too much posting in the same social media group to get our pages knocked off or anything like that. So you could do about 10 or more, maybe about 15 before they start flagging you. So you want to just be careful. And also another thing, you want to change your message a little bit too. Like when so it doesn't look like spam. So for example, if I post something, right, and I say, okay, I'd like you, brothers and sisters, to sign our petition, and here's why. I will tell you more, but I'd like you to just click it so you can find out, or whatever it is, right? And then
Mhm.
the next time I post it, I may change it. Instead of saying brothers and sisters, I might say, "Hey, everyone, heads up, this petition is really serious. I think you ought to look at it," and then post that. That way it doesn't look like you're just posting the same message all the time, because that's how those robots flag you. They flag you like that. And then before you know it, you're not going to be able to have your regular conversations that you normally have, or be able to use your messenger the way you'd like to normally, because you abused the system or broke a law based upon their algorithms and how they actually monitor spam. And you don't want to be recognized as such. What we're doing is a righteous thing. And like I said earlier, we as Muslims, we respect the laws, and the laws that we of the land that we're in, as taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So without further ado, I'd like to move on to Brother Fred. You in the building, Brother Fred?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Brother Fred, same question goes to you, brother. How did you feel when you first heard about this petition, and how can you tell us a little bit about your progress in working with the petition, or any advice?
Well, I thought the petition was a good idea because the information out there is a bit one-sided. So I feel that we just needed to hear the other side, you know, let people get to hear both sides as opposed to one side of the story. You got to hear both sides, you know. I think that the minister has gotten a bad rap, over the years, you know. So I think this petition is something that's really needed. You know, I've sent it out to different mosques. I sent it out to
Yes, sir.
Plainfield, sent it out to Dayton. I sent it out to different friends of mine. So I think this is going to be very successful. I'm very optimistic about this whole petition.
Yes, I am too. And I'm excited. I'm excited because it's going to bring so many people together. It's going to shock. Like right now, I know it's shocking the enemy. It is right now. Just the numbers that we have right now. They're like, who's that? What the they're tripping, quaking in their boots right now. I guarantee you, they're like, what is he doing? You know, and that's fine because I'm not doing it. See, that's the first thing you got to understand. I'm not doing nothing. I was inspired by Allah, subhanahu Allah. I was inspired by Allah to do this. You know, like I said, I was just asking the God, like, what can I do? I'm not going to sit around and watch somebody malign our minister and not do something about it. You know, I'm just not that type of person. You know what I mean? And I don't think anybody should be that way. When they see any righteous person, you know, being defamed by anyone, by mischief makers, you know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, in the petition, I break it down how this gentleman who was named Muhammad, he was a practitioner of voodoo, and he also claimed to practice Islam. There are so many different so-called sects of Islam, but it was clearly comfortable for the ADL and others to paint this brush over the minister and our nation. It was very, very comfortable for them to do that. But is it the truth? And this is where our petition comes in. This is why it's important that we get everyone to read that petition, to be educated as to the circumstances which led to where we are right now. And why is it that the Board of Education can talk about this, the same atrocities that we do and read about in Message to the Black Man, but yet they're not what can we say? They're not being penalized in the way that the minister in the Nation of Islam is. Instead, their curriculum is just being altered. So in a sense, they're being attacked as well, but being that they have control over that medium, or over the Board of Education or the educational system, they don't necessarily have to put handcuffs on them or limit them, but yet just change the curriculum. So you won't see them attack the system because the system is under their control. But what they can't control is the Nation of Islam, because we are under control of who? Master Father Muhammad, the Mahdi, Allah, and we are not backing down. So brothers and sisters, I want to thank you for sharing with us. Remember, as we get ready to close out, that we want to definitely send it to as many people as possible every day. Just take a few minutes out of your day. Consistency will overcome adversity and any negatives. And if anyone says anything negative to you as you're posting, just keep it moving. No need to respond. Leave their comment there. If they post a negative comment under your post, leave it there. And the reason why is because every knock is a boost. So if they say something that's negative, just to let you know, just leave that negative there. Say, you know, you have a right to your opinion, something like that. So what does Allah say when a disbeliever comes about and, you know, shows that they are in a disagreement to you? What are we to say to them? Peace. Simple. No need to argue with them. Don't get in a back and forth, because that negative, when people read it, they're going to say what? Oh, he just hating. She's just hating. Or she's just a, what do they call that? Was it a Jane, or what is that?
A Karen.
A Karen, right. She's just a Karen being a Karen, right? So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, just let the people, let that knock hit, because that's just gonna be like, we're gonna be like the donkey in the ditch on this. And then let's see what Allah does through our hands. There are other things that I have in mind to do as well. If you look on the Saviours Helper website, there's another portion of this whole mission as well that's on the Saviours Helper website. But I don't want to get into that right now. That's for another meeting. And I want to thank you for actually attending. And I know there's going to be some people who say, oh, I forgot, I'm so sorry, I wasn't there. We expect to see them and see you next week, Thursday, to give us your progress reports so that we can keep this energy going. And thank you so much. If there's any final comments, I'd like to close out with prayer. Any comments, anything?
No comments.
All right, so bow your heads, prayer. Oh Allah, we beseech in thee for thine aid and mercy, for we believe in you and trust in you for all that we need. We are helpless in the cause with their apostle. Please grant unto us success. Amen.
I mean,
Thank you so much. Have a blessed night, brother and sister, and everyone who's watching this recording. I thank you. Please go to saviorshelper.com and change.org/hands off Farrakhan. Sign the petition, send it all over the world. Let's show the whole world that we are very serious about our unity. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be on to you.
Salam.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Thank you.